Hi, good afternoon. My name is Joya. Welcome to Joya's cooking class and catering. This is our first official YouTube tape on Joya's cooking class, and hopefully a few more later. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare the signature dish for Malaysia. Because we are celebrating Malaysian Independence Day on the 31st August, I'm cooking this for a group of Malaysian bowling team that currently are here participating for the World Bowling Championship. So I am cooking for 30 people for chicken satay and a few other items that are popular in Malaysia. So what we need for this is for 30 people, the very least. So I use 20 pounds of chicken breast that I cut into a ½ inch. You do not want to be so thick. You wash, rinse and drain. I've already done that. And for the marinating sauce, what I use is 2 tablespoons of cumin seed, coriander, and 2 types of cumin where I wash it, drain it, and I roast it in a wok. For those who do not know how the cumin look like, this is the cumin, the 2 types, the white and the cumin seed, and this is the coriander seed. What I normally do, I do it in one big pot and I put it aside, so when I want to use it, I just scoop it whenever I want it. So for 20 pounds chicken, I use ½ cup of grinded dry coriander seed and cumin. I use 50 grams of fresh ginger, and I use 10 grams of galanga. Galanga is a family of roots ginger. This is how I chop it to make it easier for me to grind, and ½ onion, and I use 5 lemongrass. The most important ingredient when you marinate the chicken satay are the lemongrass, the ginger, and the galanga, and roasted coriander seed. So I blend all together 2 tablespoons of turmeric powder and 2 tablespoons of salt, 3 tablespoons of oil, cooking oil, 3 tablespoons of sweet soya sauce, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. I use ½ pound of garlic, fresh garlic. I chop lemongrass. This is how the lemongrass look like, and tomatoes. I blended fresh tomatoes in it to have the moist texture in the satay when you grill it, because if not, it'll get so dry. So this is I just took out some to show what you call this, how you do it, the easy way. So to some of you who never seen it, how it's been done, this is a process. We just blended everything together. Cooking is all about common sense, where if it's not enough, because I do not know how others might want it, but if it's not enough salt, if you don't want to be too salty, you just put more soya salt in it. So this is what you do. You put everything all in it together, and then you put 2 tablespoons, maybe what you call, I guess that 3 tablespoons of water. Then you blend it all together. You have to blend it all. I add the roasted cucumber last, not cucumber, coriander seed last, so it doesn't get stuck in a blender. This is what I got on combination of all the ingredients I showed you. I got one whole big pot here for 20 pounds chicken. If you don't want it to be too strong, you can just try to add it bit by bit. You add it bit by bit as you go along. You add some more if you think it's... So I'll edit all this. If it's too much, what you can do, you can just put it in the jar, refrigerated. You can use it for later event or gathering. right? You don't want it to be too sweet or too salty. I have a tendency of making too salty. My mom used to say that if you make too salty of a food, you know, you are trying to tell them that you want to get married. I used to cook when I was 16. I used to put a lot of salt to hint to my mother that I was ready to get married, hoping that my mother would find me a suitable husband. I was only 16 back then. You know, hormone was raging, you don't know. You know, you had crush on every boy that passed by. You know, just that you don't act on it. You know, so the only way those days, parents tend to match their daughters with the neighbors and with friends. So I was trying to tell my mother, hey, you know, I'm ready to get married, go and find me a husband. So the first time when I heard the tips, I put, I guess, maybe about a kilo of crystal salt into maybe a half pot of, I think, some tapioca leaf. My mother cringed and shivered when she tasted my food. And she said, what are you trying to do? Why is it so salty? You want to get married or what? Still remember, I was just smiling, hoping, yay, she got my message. Okay then, go and find me a husband. So, you know, I waited and waited. There's still no indication that she's going to do that for me. So as the days goes by, I continue putting more salt until I think for 1 month, until my mother realized that, you know, it was really too salty, so much so that you can really see the salt floating in the pots. So I still remember clearly my mother said one day, I think she must have enough eating all the salty salt in our food. She was yelling at me, are you trying to kill me or what? So she chased me around the whole house. That should teach me a lesson to be careful with the salt whenever it's just right. Maybe I should need a little bit more. So for this episode, I'll just show you how to make the spices, how to marinate the chicken breast, and what I call tomorrow I'll show you how you skew it on the bamboo stick. But for now, this is what you do. It's done to what I call 20 pounds of chicken breast. And then you cover with aluminum foil. You put it in the fridge, marinate for to get the best result. The best you marinate in the fridge for overnight before you stew it. But if you're in a hurry, it can be done within, I guess you can marinate for 2 hours minimum. Lesser than that, it will not, the sauce will not absorb well into a chicken. You still get good satay, but maybe not as tasty as what I said. Stay tuned for the next episode. Bye. Thank you.